All right, Jonathan, how you doing? This is Douglas, and of course, I got Mr. Kevin Neely here with us. And as promised, I want to do a transparency demo. I'm not going to be long. I'm just really going to get to the gist of this. Basically, this is about us cooperating, and it's generating cash flow for everyone involved versus just a few or a handful. So what our operation is really about, though we are opening up digital wallets, as these digital wallets are opening, it's basically our money that we're employing, and our money's making us more money, because with the automation of the one-time execution that everyone does just once, it's gonna have us, ongoingly, instantly, continuously receiving cash flow over and over and over again as this execution is being duplicated out, okay? And hence the cooperation part of it. Since everyone's only required to do this one time, we're only looking for those that want to cooperate, okay? And many times I like to highlight, cooperative. Cooperative is basically a farm, business, or other organization which is owned and run jointly by its members who share the profits and benefits. Now, what is the root word of cooperative? Well, it's cooperate, right? So I even brought that, cooperate. Work jointly towards the same end. So we're only looking for those that want the same outcome, okay? Having cash flow come to them over and over and over again where it's unavoidable for them to receive, okay? And so I'm even gonna, after I show you the actual system, because I want you to see how straightforward it is, because I'm all about transparency, and to let people know, we're setting up digital wallets, just like Cash App, just like Coinbase, just like crypto.com. They're all having us utilize and facilitate business and transactions, us bringing our economic value to them, and we're generating them billions of dollars. They're not sharing it with us. We're just enjoying the benefit of their services. Here, it's the same digital wallet, okay, where now, though, the distribution of the cash flow is coming to us, okay, and not the company. Got it? So, so let me go here. So I've already jumped ahead. You see, I got an account for you up here. Your name is Jonathan Travis, okay? Now this is a demonstration account. That's the beautiful thing about this. They actually have a system, what they call a free account. So we can just literally show you how this works and how instant, okay, the money comes to everyone's account as the transactions take place, okay? So even though this is a demonstration account, it's gonna perform, it's an exact replica of an active live account. As you see right here, you already have 262.50 in what I call the 10X version, and you have 2625 in what I call the standard version. Now, we're not network marketing, we're not MLM, though we have some of the hallmarks of those. And what I mean by that, we're involving others, okay? But no one's having to sell anything. They're just doing the same thing that they've already done with Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. Many of us have multiple accounts with those companies, right? But there again, they don't share the cash flow. So we're facilitating transactions for them, sending money, receiving money, depositing, using their credit card and all of that. And so they're receiving the cash flow through our, again, economic value that we bring, right? And so here we're just opening up a digital wallet. Everyone's only doing a one-time execution that they're only required to do one time. And immediately, no one has to wait on money that comes to them. So when I go over here and go to your personal team, okay, basically you just opened up 3 digital banks for a Jason Wallace, a Mimi Steakhouse, and a Nathan Neely. And there again, I was just putting those names in because I went to your Facebook page and grabbed these names just for this demonstration, because I want you to see how this works and I wanted to make it personal. Got it? So what we're gonna do, watch this. So now in this example, you are done, okay? You're not required to do anything else. Once you open up the 3 accounts, okay, that's it. You're not doing anything else, okay? But I want you to see what happens when we go into Nathan. I'm just going to do one account. I'm not going to do all three of the people just because I want to keep the demonstration short. I'm just going to do one, but it all is going to work exactly the same. Anytime and every time a deposit happens, a transaction takes place, an account opens, Jonathan, from now until this day forward, you're going to always be receiving ongoing residual cash flow from every transaction, every account that opens up from this day onward after you, okay? So, but I just don't want you to hear it. I want you to see it. And that's why we're in the back office. So I'm gonna go back to the login screen. Now remember, your results are at 26.25 in the standard, and they're at 262.50 in the 10X. So I would like you to take a screenshot. This is what I have people to do. Of course, that's real money, okay? That's not volume, that's not points. See, in network marketing, it's volume and points. Why? Because it's based on selling. It's based on raising volume. Here, this is all cash flow. That's real, actual money, albeit, you know, when it's a live account. Okay? So I'm gonna go back to the login screen. And now I'm going to log in as Nathan, which is one of the accounts that you created. Okay? Nathan is gonna do the exact same thing. Why? Because Nathan says, I'm gonna cooperate. If all I gotta do is this execution one time, okay? And he'll be in the same position that you're gonna be in. That anytime and every time after Nathan, that this transaction takes place, okay? Not only are you gonna be receiving ongoing cash flow, but also Nathan as well. Anybody, okay? So let's log in as Nathan here. Now, when I log into Nathan's account, he's gonna be at all zeros because that's how your account was before I jumped ahead, okay? As you can see, Nathan's name is at the top. Let me move all this stuff out of the way that pops up. Everyone gets assigned their own URL and their unique key. Now, your key is unique to everybody's account, and the system creates this all for us. We don't have to do it. We have our own accountant, our digital accountant. It's all in the back office. It keeps track of all your money that comes to you. It keeps track of your whole entire team. It does it all for us. We even get our own free funnel, okay? That's state of the art, okay? It's not a Mickey Mouse thing. I don't bring it up on these demonstrations because while I'm on Zoom, because my bandwidth and where I am, it kind of bogs down and makes everything go slow. But if you were to click on this link, it would bring up an actual website, okay? But what I want to do here, so we're in Nathan's account, right? So all we're going to do, all Nathan does is that he's going to open up 3 accounts for 3 others or 3 friends that are going to what? Cooperate and do the exact same thing that they're only going to be required to do one time, okay? Now, if you saw when I was in your account, I literally, okay, did that and opened those accounts, and it took me every bit of 90 seconds to do it. And you saw each one of those people came in at the same day. So now I'm just gonna put in some random names here. Or Kevin, give me the first name of somebody.
John.
Okay, do John. Okay, let's do John Walker. I like Kevin. He just keep things simple. John. All right. All right. And well, give me, let's do Greg. Greg B. Again, I'm just doing random information, Jonathan, just for demonstration purposes. We can even do a business here. We can add companies. We can do nonprofit. Actually, let me do a nonprofit. I'm gonna do girls, youth, nonprofit. Because we can also involve nonprofit. We can involve churches. We can involve booster clubs, hospitals, lending institutions, businesses, of course, individuals, of course. Anyone that's looking to have unavoidable cash flow and scalable cash flow come to them only after doing a one-time execution, okay? So, GY nonprofit NP, 554 at coopcf.com. Okay, now, roll back up at the top, you see Nathan, is all at zeros, just like your account was before I opened up the accounts on your end, okay? Now I'm gonna go down here, and as soon as I press the button, get a window here that pops up. I'm gonna close it down. And when I scroll back up to the top, Jonathan, do you see money? The same predictable results is also in Nathan's account. Kevin, how long did it take for that money to get in Nathan's account?
I like the word instant.
It's instant, okay? See, this is just making a decision. There's no chance, meaning that there's no production that needs to be done in order for people to receive. The moment they do the execution, Jonathan, money's in their account. See, anybody's able to do that. All they did was what you just saw me do. I put a name, I put an email address, and I put a phone number, and you're gonna assign a token. And when you assign the token, which one I'm gonna get into when we get to the board, okay, the money instantly goes into your account. Now we have a standard version, we have a 10X version. A lot of people like to start in the 10X version because, you know, I mean, you see the amounts, they're 10X as opposed to the standard version. The infrastructures both work the same. And as the money is coming to you, even though they work independently of each other, they both gonna send money right to your co-op wallet, okay? Everyone gets their own unique co-op wallet. There's no men sitting in the background deciphering, you know, who turn is it to receive money. Again, we're not one of those Ponzi's, okay? This is not a susu, this is not a cash gifting. We're opening up digital wallets and digital banks that are on the blockchain through this company. And anytime, every time, all the time, from this day onward, anytime accounts open up, Jonathan, it's gonna have cash flow for you. Now, this is what I want you to see here. First of all, let me do this while I'm here. I wanna grab one of these accounts that Jonathan just opened up. I'm gonna do John Walker, okay? Now, before I go into John Walker's account, I wanna go back to your account, Jonathan. And remember, you were at 26.25 and you were at 262.50 in the 10X version, remember? So if I go to your account, Jonathan Travis here. You notice you got more money in your account. Instantly, that came to you. As Nathan was instantly receiving from the accounts that he opened, you receive more money, okay? Because like I said, anytime, every time, all the time. So imagine Cash App made you this proposal that when you got your Cash App, it could be Venmo, it could be Zelle, whoever, that after you got a part of it, anytime and every time somebody opened up an account and a transaction took place, from now until the end of time, you will receive micro royalty payments every single transaction, okay? Would that be a good situation for you? Would you take them up on that? I believe you would say absolutely.
Yes.
That is literally what you are looking at. The only thing that we're not doing is running big $1 million ad campaigns on TV, radio, like the bigger companies do. But they do that because they're not gonna share the cash flow revenue with us, okay? They're just gonna have us enjoy the benefits of their service. Here, the digital wallets we open and the ecosystem that we grow is gonna serve as cash flow for everyone. Because as you notice, you just didn't only receive money, Nathan did as well, instantly, okay? Now, let's go one more and then I'm gonna go to the board. Because I want you to see, this is gonna function every time. Nobody has to worry about them having to receive money on guesswork. Nobody has to speculate. Nobody has to worry, doubt, or have any lack of confidence. Because it's on the blockchain, it's gonna function that way each and every time. It's already coded into the system to do this. So just like Cash App has it already predetermined that when this transaction happens, how soon do you think Cash App receives money from the transaction? Instantly. They receive it instantly. Guess what? when accounts open anytime and every time, Jonathan, from you onward, guess when you're going to receive money? Instantly. Oh man. Anyway, so let me go log in to see. I don't have to hype it, even though I get a little excited because I'm a joyous person. When I'm joy, you can be around my dad, my grandfather. When we get joy, we laugh. So I'm not here to hype. You don't have to hype when you're able to just show it. You just see it. Okay, your eyes are not going to lie to you, right? So I'm going to log in screen. I'm going to log in now as John Walker. Now this is one of the accounts that, in this example, that Nathan created, right? Remember, Nathan was at 262.50 and he was at 26.25, just like you were before you went to 300 and then 30. Now, I'm not using all the people. If I had used all the people, okay, in this demonstration, you'd be having more money, okay? So just know that. But again, John Walker, just like you saw Nathan's account, was all zeros, right? John Walker, all zeros, okay? He has a whole entire system set up, just like you do, just like Nathan does, just like John Walker. Now, I've literally been talking for the last 10 minutes. I'll give myself 10 minutes. And you've already seen close to, well, you with $300 and with Nathan's account, close to $300, okay? And I've only been talking for 10 minutes. So now I'm gonna just add some folks here randomly. Let's do Robert Jones. So this is as John Walker is opening up a digital bank for Robert Jones now at now. I want you to see, even with just doing one account, everybody does 3, but I want you to see anytime and every time an account. Some people ask the question, well, do I not receive money until I do all 3? Well, let me scroll up and show you this. I did one account. Kevin, how instantly did that money get in their account?
In less than, I guess, a second, if it's possible.
There you go. Don't have it every time, okay? So if you think about all things that people have done, okay? I know some people want to be skeptical because it's hard for people to divorce things of the past, but that's just something we have to do to move forward, because there's going to be opportunity, technology that's going to really be able to put people in a place to where they can really, really have a significant difference in their finances, okay? Now, again, we're talking cash flow. We're not talking about just making money. Money, everybody making money is where you got to go out there and you put forth the effort. We call that neck down money, where you got to use your legs and arms to go out there and get it. Hustle, if you would. Here, we're talking about money that's coming in for you, positive cash flow that's exceeding your monthly and annual expenses. Okay, so I'm gonna come down here and do the same thing, just put 2 more now. Let's do Ron Jones at coopcf.com. And let's do a church. Let's do Heaven Grace Church. Okay. Heaven Grace, okay, or at coopcf.com. And you see your results right now, 8750, 875, right? Come down here. This is for John Walker. He just did the exact same thing. Close this down here. Every single time, instantly. This is instant withdrawable money. This is not volume. This is not points. This is going to happen every time for everybody. So here's the thing. This lets you know this is going to work, because when everybody does it on their initial participation, they're going to receive money. There's no guesswork with it. There's no having to go out there and do a numbers game just to receive money, okay? See, that's hustle. That's receiving money by chance, because some can be successful, some won't. Here, all the person got to do is say, yes, I'm gonna cooperate. They're doing the execution only one time. Okay, and boom, you're seeing this. Now let's log out, go back to the login screen. We're gonna go back into Nathan's account. Remember, Nathan was where John Walker is right now. Nathan. Okay, Nathan. Okay, Nathan. They're right there. They're right there. They're right there. So we're going to Nathan's account. Remember, Nathan was at 2625 and 262. Do you see Nathan has more money?
Yes.
Let's log out of Nathan. Let's go back into your account, Jonathan. No, Jonathan Travis. Jonathan, no, Jonathan. There we go. Remember, you had $30 and you had $300. Remember? Jonathan, did you receive more money, sir? Jonathan, every single time, all the time, no matter where, anywhere around the world, because this is going global, okay? Me and Kevin were screaming this from the rooftops, okay? Now, we just have the ambition because we see a platform that's going to be able to impact a lot of people in their finances, okay, in terms of them receiving cash flow. That's why we are getting the word out as, you know, as we are, okay? I'm gonna show you a strategy that we're doing with everyone's respective 18 days where they can be with cash flow, okay? But when I go back to your team, okay, understand, you didn't come out of any more money out of pocket. Neither you, neither Nathan, neither John. You guys didn't have to open up any more accounts. Only 3 is required. It's the bare minimum. Now, do some people bring in more? Yes, and you'll be rewarded accordingly. But we're just showing this with people just doing the minimum of just 3 accounts. 3, hold up, 1, 3. Because I'm so used to saying one-time execution. 3 accounts. You see, it's the same 3. There was no more that you did. Okay. And you know, you did it for 3 that are going to do the exact same thing and cooperate. Okay. So let me go to the screen here. Let me go to the board rather, and just show you the numbers here. Here's my pen. So here again, we're not the Ponzi. We're not the Ponzi's. We're not the MLMs. We're not the schemes. Okay. You know, I'm well aware that these things ran wild back in the pandemic and took people through the ringer. A lot of people lost a whole lot of money. I was watching a video where, you know, these Ponzi, they made it to the local news, and the local news was warning people against it. And it actually interviewed a lady, she was a nurse, and she put in $5,600. Now, I don't know if that was just for herself, but she brought her mama in and her 2 cousins, she said, herself, her mom, and her 2 cousins. Now, I don't know if that was $5,600 for all of them or per person, but nonetheless, $5,600 is for a lot of people like 4 or 5 years of savings that they did. That money just went down the drain. Okay, but in those, this is the way they work. So it's really only catered to those that are at the top. Okay, and so when this person here brings in 2 people, as they say, here's my question. Did this person make money, receive money instantly when those 2 people got a part of it? No. So then these 2 people had to do the exact same thing. Okay. When they brought their 2 in, did these people receive any money? No. Did this person even receive any money? No. Okay. See, right there, okay, because it's not instantly, it's not automated, already a lot of people are starting to have a lot of trepidation, a lot of worry. You know, am I ever going to make money? So this is based on rotation. This is based on cycling. Okay. And so it wasn't until these people here, these 8 people here came in, when these 8 people here came in, right here, guess who made money? Only this person up here at the top. See, we're not that. We're not that. And when you talk about MLM, it's like these people here and their effort doesn't help nobody over here. And these people over here in their effort doesn't help nobody over there. And that's why you got to constantly recruit. That's not duplicatable. That's not duplicatable. Why? That is based on production, and everybody's success is connected to maybe. Okay? Maybe they'll be successful, maybe they won't. Now, we're doing digital wallets. Okay? We're doing digital wallets. Now, the reason why people are involved because, well, who's going to use the digital wallet? You got to have people using the digital wallet, right? It's just like Cash App. Cash App goes from 3 million digital wallets in 2014 to 40 million wallets in 2021. Well, how do they get to 40 million wallets? Well, they have to have people. See, you and I told our family and friends about it. We went over there and brought our economic value, and now we're making Cash App $2.7 billion every year in profit. That's take home. That's not revenue, business. That's take home profit. So, as you saw, everyone's just doing what? 3 accounts, one time. That's the cooperation. Okay? So, there's typically a question. Well, Doug, what if somebody don't do that 3? Well, that doesn't exist. Why? Because you're only bringing 3 in that are saying, I'm going to cooperate, because they're only required to do a one-time execution. One time. And when they execute, are they going to have to wait to receive money? No. Okay. Now, what I like to do, what I like to set a strategy is everyone do this within 3 days or less. Okay? Because if you ask anyone, well, when would they like to have cash flow coming in? Well, like yesterday, right? And you just saw, how long did it take me to have close to $300 in all 3 of those accounts? What, 15 minutes? Probably less than that if I wasn't doing so much talking. So 3 days or less, something I just showed you that takes a person 90 seconds to do, you know what I'm saying? Because we have people that are doing this every hour and every 24 hours. So I'm showing you a strategy with everyone just taking 3 days or less. We're only talking about a one-time execution that a person is not going to be required to do again in a week. They're not going to be required to do it again in a month. They're not going to be required to do it again, because we're moving at a pace to where it's going to get everybody cash flow, whatever they're looking to desire. I'm going to show you the numbers here. So right here, when you do it, okay, you're doing it in 3 days. I'm going to put the number of days that transpires with everybody doing it 3 days or less. So you're doing it in 3 days. When you do it, what, 3 accounts, one time, okay? You're gonna instantly receive, first I'm gonna start it from the standard version, then I'm gonna do the 10X version. The standard version, you'll be at 26, okay? Now when I put a line right here, Jonathan, that line signifies you don't have to come out any more money out of pocket, and you're not required to open up any more accounts. Coming in at the standard version is a one-time out of pocket of 125. One time out of pocket. That covers the exchange fees, okay, that are associated, and it depends on what cryptocurrency you use, because we use cryptocurrency, okay? Now, a person don't have to know anything about crypto. A person don't have to know anything about blockchain. They don't have to know anything about digital wallet. Just know that digital wallets is what everybody's using. It's today's modern day gold rush, okay? Because you can't do anything in the digital space, nothing at all, without a digital wallet, okay? So, but if you notice, we're receiving cash flow without people gambling. See, gambling is those things where you're going in trading, where you're going in mining, where you're going in staking, okay? NFTs, that's all forms of gambling. You're betting on the horse. What we're showing you is how you own the track that the horses run on. So no matter what the race is, okay, you're always going to be in the flow of cash money. Got it? So this is a 125 that everybody's doing one time in the standard version. So let's erase that. So now, respectively, so these people here, let's just make it personal. Let's put Nathan right here. We'll put Nat for Nathan. Yes, it's 2 more people. We know that, right? Because you open up 3 accounts. Remember, 3 accounts, 1 time. So it's just not Nathan here, it's 2 other folk. And as these individuals here, they're gonna do it for 3 accounts 1 time, so that goes to 9. Those people are gonna do 3 accounts 1 time, and it goes to 27. That makes sense, okay? So, but I like to make it personal here. Let me erase this, that's gonna be in my way. So, Nathan's gonna do this, what? Same thing. 3 accounts 1 time. He's only be required to do it once. He's gonna do it in 3 days or less as well. But that's gonna be a total of 6 days for you that you've been involved, okay? Remember, you've only done this 1 time. You're not doing nothing else. Nathan just did it. What is Nathan gonna receive? 26. Okay. Well, what happens automatically? Your money goes up to 38. Because all 3 of them did the same thing that Nathan just did. Okay. Now, Doug, how is my money going up? Okay. This is what happens with every contribution that takes place. Let me show you this. So anytime, the way this system is programmed, anytime and every time, Jonathan, a contribution happens. A contribution is an account opening and we assign a token. That contribution gets broken up and 10 people are going to receive from it every single time. And you and your 3 friends are always going to be 2 of the 10 people every single time. Because remember, you don't have to open up accounts for 3 people. That's all anyone's going to do. So that's why I say every time an account opens, no matter where around the world, because this is going to go global, it's already gone global. Every time a transaction happens, it's just not going to be 1 person that receives from it. It's going to be 10 people. And you and your 3 friends are always going to be one of the 10 every single time. So I want to draw this, paint this picture right here real quick. So think about how it is traditionally with people that are looking for funding, okay? Where you may have a church, you may have a nonprofit, you may have somebody doing a GoFundMe, okay? You may have somebody that's doing a charity, whatever. It could be another church, they're doing another church, okay? Because I'm well affiliated with churches. In the traditional sense, right now, if this church was to raise, let's say $10,000, right? And let's say this charity down here, they raised I don't know, 200,000. Now, when this church receives this 2,000, does that 10,000 benefit anybody else in this example?
No.
Hold on. When this charity, it could be Girl Scouts, it could be Boy Scouts, it could be breast cancer awareness, it could be sickle cell, it could be weight loss, it could be veterans. This charity receiving 200,000. Does anybody else besides this charity benefit from this 200,000?
No.
No. In our operation, think about this. As this church receiving 10,000, not only will this church benefit from it, this church will benefit from it, this GoFundMe will benefit from it, this charity will benefit from it, and this nonprofit. As this charity was receiving 200,000, it won't just be the charity benefiting from it, this GoFundMe will benefit from it, just like it benefited from the 10,000. The church will benefit from it. This church will benefit from it. And this nonprofit will benefit from it. I'm just painting the picture and what we are looking at with this thing. Everybody, see, churches have Cash App accounts. GoFundMes, they're using Cash App to fund people's GoFundMe. Nonprofits, they have digital wallets. Charities, they have digital wallets. but do they have digital wallets that will send cash flow to them as everybody around the world also creates a digital wallet? So what we're doing is this is literally creating another monetary system that radically is going to impact everyone, because it's going to have cash flow going to everybody versus just those only at the top. So that's why this don't work. But it's caused a lot of trepidation, right? And so I find myself not selling what I'm doing, I'm just educating people on how this platform was designed to impact the whole entire planet. So what we have here, we have John. Remember, John was one of these folks, okay? What is John gonna do? He's gonna do the exact same thing, okay? 3 accounts, 1 time. Now that would be 9 days respectively to you, because you started. You did it in 3 days. Nathan and these guys did it in 3 days. John and these people did it in 3 days. But if you add all it up, 3, 6, 9, so that's 9 days respectively. Right here, John's gonna be at 26, okay? As a result, Nathan's money, he goes up to 38. As a result, your results go up to 87. You're 9 days in with an ongoing residual cash flow of $87. That's money that you didn't have to work for. It came in through the automation, okay? Let's say right here, it was a nonprofit, okay? I'm just making it personal. We know it's more people here. So, but what is this nonprofit gonna do? 3 accounts, 1 time, okay? They draw these lines and they're only doing it once. So remember, that line means this nonprofit, you're not required to open up any more accounts. You're not required to come out of any more money out of pocket. What's gonna happen with the nonprofit? 26 instantly. As a result, John money goes up to 38 instantly. As a result, Nathan money goes up to 87 instantly. As a result, your money, Jonathan, goes up to $249 that you're gonna be receiving every 28 days, and you're just 12 days in. This is with everyone doing it within 3 days or less. We're coming together cooperatively, and we only want those that are gonna cooperate. You only are looking for 3 out of all the people you know. If you were to put them in front of me and let me do the explaining, okay? I don't think it's gonna be hard pressed to get 3 to do a one-time execution, even with it being at 125. But the beauty of this, over here, they had to wait for a result. Over here, doubt and worry and trust and confidence is built. Because think about this. I want you guys to take screenshots. If you have a screenshot, Jonathan, Nathan has a screenshot, John has a screenshot, the nonprofit has a screenshot of results, some of y'all can't be lying, right? So for people, Nathan is showing you results. Jonathan is showing you results. Nathan, John, the nonprofit, and let's say this is a church. That's 15 days. Church, you know, they got a whole bunch of folk that go there, right? They're doing the same thing, 3 accounts 1 time. They go to 26, take a screenshot. Nonprofit goes up to 38, take another screenshot, nonprofit. John goes to 87, he's taking another screenshot. Nathan is going up to $249, he take another screenshot, and you are going up to $538. And you take another screenshot. That's 15 days in. Now, remember I said 18 days. Now this gonna keep going, but I'm just building the foundation. 18 days. Now, not only is this gonna keep going, this can happen faster. I'm doing 3 days. Change these to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If everybody did it in 24 hours. How? Understand, who is dictating Who is determining how fast this moves? We.
Yeah.
We are. And you saw when the execution is performed, Kevin, how fast did the money come?
Instant.
Kevin scratching his head. Guys, I love what I do. I get joy out of being involved in the network marketing field for 18 years. I've never seen anything like this where the everyday person can really, 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 truly receive the big echelon of residual income if that's what they wanted. But if we just got your car note, your house note, your monthly bills taken care of, okay? Let's let that be the goal. If we can get that done within 18 days, respectively, that's why I said 3 days or less. We do have people that are doing this within 24 hours. We have people that get this done in one whole 24 hour. Because we think about how many people open up a digital wallet right now with Cash App. Think about how many people open up a digital wallet with Zelle, with Venmo. Okay, so that's 18 days. They go to 26. They're gonna take a screenshot, whoever this may be. Okay, guess what? As a result, this church, they're going up to 38. They're taking another screenshot. The nonprofit goes to 87. Screenshot. John, $249. Screenshot. Nathan, 538. You are going to $1,791. That's 18 days in, with everyone mathematically doing it 3 days or less. Now, at this point, it's going to upgrade you, Jonathan, to the 10X version. You're still going to be receiving from over here because this is going to continue to duplicate. These people here, they're going to do what? 3 accounts one time. That's going to have everybody's money going up again in the standard version. Now, let me go real quick. Because now, as you see, as everybody's money's going up, everybody's going to be following you, Jonathan, and they're going to be going to the 10X version as well. So it ain't just going to be you, right? So this is you again. Now watch how the 10X version works. Okay? So you come over. When Nathan comes over and those other ones, okay? Guess what happens with you? $260. Just rounding it off. It's really $260, $250. You saw it on the system. Okay? Who comes? John then comes over. Okay. What's going to happen to Nathan? He's got $260. Now, not just John, the other ones too, not just Nathan, but the other ones as well. Okay? But they're all coming over because they're all receiving the same thing. See the predictable result? It's already predetermined. But when this happened, when Nathan received $260, you were instantly going to $380. The next people come over. That was the nonprofit, right? What's going to happen with John? $260. What's going to happen with Nathan? $380. What's going to happen with you? $870. That's 3, 6, 9, 12. Who is this? That was the church, right? What's going to happen to the nonprofit? $260. What's going to happen to John? $380. What's going to happen to Nathan? $870. All these is coming in instantly as these accounts are opening. You're going to be at $2,490. That's 12 days over here in the 10X version. $2,490 will take care of a lot of people's mortgage payment.
Yes, it will.
And they'll never have to worry about paying a mortgage ever again because this system, this cash flow system is taking care of it. See, we got a cash flow system, well, a cash outgo system that everybody's having to pay their bills every 30 days. The only thing is we don't have a system that's equaling us money that's having income come in. What we're doing is that we're trading time for money. The only thing, our time is limited. A system is always running. Whether if you're asleep, woke, on vacation, whatever. Whether if you're sick, don't matter. The system is still running. We're getting a system of income because you already got a system taking money away from you. It's called bills. It's called mortgage. Okay, and whatever else. Right? Anyway, here we go here. This is what, 15 days in. This church, 260. Nonprofit, 380. John, 870. Nathan, 2,490. You see, Nathan is experiencing the same thing you did. As accounts kept opening in the standard and the 10X, as accounts opened, Jonathan, did you not see anybody's money not go up, or did you see everybody's money go up? Everybody. Did I get the numbers right? Oh, forgot about you. You are at $5,380. That's residual, ongoing cash flow that you receive every 28 days. Because not only are you receiving it, but you're receiving it every month. 18 days here in the 10X version. Okay? What's gonna happen with these guys? 260. What's gonna happen with this church now? They're at 380 in residual cash flow. This nonprofit goes to 870 residual cash flow. John goes to $2,490 in residual cash flow. Okay. Nathan goes to $5,380 in residual cash flow. Here's where the decision is made. If people are just doing the same thing one time and everybody's receiving the same result, how encouraged are they all to get involved? That's why it don't stop. See, it stops over here because it was only the people at the top that were receiving. People at the bottom were putting in money and wasn't getting nothing. Here, it's eliminated literally when you receive the $26. Or if you started in the 10X version, when you receive the 260. Why? Because you got the money. And that happens for everybody. See, if that didn't happen for Kevin, we wouldn't be on this thing right now. If it didn't happen for me, I wouldn't be here talking. Been involved for 6 months. Mortgage, done. Car notes, done. My daughter's about to do an Airbnb business. That's done. My son, he's going to barber college. He don't even know it, but we got a year's worth of booth rent already done. He ain't got to worry about the booth rent. He's got to get all his other stuff, his clippers and whatever. But the booth rent is done. All because of right here. I don't do nothing else but this. Oh, that was day 18. Look where your residual income is, Jonathan. $17,910. I'm gonna stop it right there, but there's way more money on the table. I'm just gonna stop it at 18 days because I'm going to show you an 18-day game plan, strategy of everybody doing this. Let me erase it now, because you saw the numbers. Everyone's doing this, 3 accounts, 1 time, 3 days or less. Now, if they don't do it in 3 days, can they not do it? Come on. They can come in, if it takes them 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. We just want the strategy to be 3 days or less because we want everybody to get the cash flow out of the way. We're engineering it. We're determining it, how fast it goes. I mean, like I showed you, it can happen every 24 hours. But I just like to game plan it out because when I show it, you're talking about a lot of money real fast, people's mind go to, hey, that's too good to be true. Well, it's not too good to be true because the moment that you do the execution, that money's in your account. I've always made the proposal. If that money doesn't get in your account, you have the right to come to my Facebook page and say, Douglas Ford is a scammer, liar, he's a cheater, he's gonna get you for your money. Been in 6 months, nobody's been able to do that yet. And I'm recording this. So I know you ain't gonna be able to do it because I already know what's gonna happen. So yeah, that's the strategy. 3 days or less. You're looking at it in 18 days. 18 days. With everybody doing this 3 days or less, everybody in their respective 18 days could be at $17,910 that they're receiving every month in the 10X version. And please don't lose sight of this. You're still receiving money from the standard version. You're still receiving from the standard version when you got it at 125. Come on, man. Y'all better come on here and get this money. Let me do the work. So what I want to do, I want to schedule a strategy session for you, sir. I want to know your game plan. I want to know what your goal is and you know what we need to put into place. And we'll do Zoom meetings. You know, I say the same thing every time. Kevin, do I say anything different?
Nope, nothing different.
I say the same thing every time. See, that's what I love, okay? You know, I don't have to be the big bad salesman. I don't have to do that no more. The system, by it performs every single time for everybody. That's what people just been wanting. Something to be consistent, very easy to do, doesn't take skill set to do it, and just open up a digital wallet.
Yes.
That's it. So, Kevin, did you want to add anything or say anything? Because I'm done.
I think you covered it pretty well.
Yeah. Cool beans, cool beans. Well, look, John, I'm working with Kevin, working side by side. We're screaming this from the rooftops. We'd love for you to come and join the crusade, the movement, or whatever. You know, the whole goal is just get cash flow, okay? Scalable cash flow, which is the biggest thing that we solve. We are solving cash flow because 98% of people are cash flow poor. And so you're not just receiving money one time, it's coming to you over and over and over again, and you determine what you want to do with the money because the money comes to you. There's nobody sitting inside of their garage determining. It's on the blockchain. It's already automated and built into the system. That as these executions are taking place, the money just going to be there. So that's it. So let's do a game plan session or a what I called it, a strategy session. And hey, just hit us up or hit Kevin up, and we can get it rocking and rolling. We can even do a Zoom for any of your friends or family that you want to hear about this. Let me explain it, okay? Or I'm putting this video on YouTube, and you can just share the link with them. And if you receive this from Jonathan, just take his name out and put your name there. If you got a church, take that church name out, put your church there. You got a nonprofit, you got a hospital, a lending institution, you got a business. Take just the names I've used and use that, and it's going to apply every single time for everyone. So we're just coming together cooperatively. Hey, like we always like to say, we just want to see you at the top. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you cash flowing and also over the top. All right, let me go to my Zoom and stop the recording.